What is up, peeps? It's for the win TCG. Now let's welcome you back to another YouTube video. And today we're going to be experimenting a little bit here with Registeel. This was thanks to the suggestion from Gary Style. So if you're watching this, thank you very much for the suggestion. I thought I would give it a shot. So he left a comment basically saying, why don't you just try Registeel, Delmise, and Regirock? And I was like, that's, something, right? Regirock adds 10 damage. Delmise also adds 10 damage. You can start hitting some good numbers with the Iron Hand attack for Registeel. And of course, Turbo Armor is something really useful as well. So this is primarily a Shrine deck, and it's very, very simple. It doesn't even have any sort of like bench draw support. I tried it out, but the more like Delmise and Regirock on the bench you have, the more effective the deck actually is. So I thought I'd go for a much more support reliant deck where it's got Tantalizers, Lilies, and Kukuis and stuff like that to accommodate for its draw. We play Metal Frying Pan and Choice Band to accommodate either for damage or tankiness. And Metal Frying Pan is great against Blacephalon, so I thought I'd include that in there as well. And as I said, it's a Shrine deck. And we do have a nice little techie inclusion for Adventure Bag. So if we do come up against Blacephalon, we can get those Metal Frying Pans out really early. And if we do need to hit the numbers, sometimes we can just search for the Choice Band with that. So it's pretty neat, and I'm pretty happy with the layout of this deck so far. Now, I've only included 3 Delmise. That's because I only actually have 3 Delmise. I checked and I was like, what? I've only got 3 of those? But yeah, it's true. I only have 3 Delmise, so I'm kind of just have to deal with that and manage that for the time being. But with that said, we are here and we are doing it. So the hard part in this list in particular, because I've played a few games so far, won one, lost one, and the one I beat, I believe, I forgot which deck it was. I think it was a Toxapex, which is nothing to really shout. But, no, was it? I think it was Shuckle. I think it was a Shuckle deck, sorry, which is pretty neat actually being able to beat a Shuckle when you're primarily going to be using Turbo One. But yeah, we did play like some Max Potion and stuff. But anyway, point is, before I do continue to digress, is the hard part is actually finding the energy, because sometimes you're going to dead draw. So I'm kind of just been really contemplating, including a Ranguru or not. I don't know yet, but I'm trying it out now. These past few games without a Ranguru. Let's sort my hair out there. And so far so good. But this guy is absolutely setting up like crazy. That is kind of a risky move. Throwing out Life Forest when they don't need it on turn 1 is super risky, because I'm just going to come in and Black Shrine, and now they can't use that in the late game where they would really, really, really need it. So I'm just going to throw out the Shrine now just to get the counter stadium, and we're not going to throw the Metal Frying Pan just yet. I doubt they'll have an attack next turn, but just to be safe, we're going to drop another Registeel. Is that our only Registeels? We only have 2, so don't tell me we prize. No. That's awful. That is super awful. That's rough. So what I like about Metal Frying Pan is it kind of throws off a lot of the maths for a lot of Pokemon. If you got Zoroark coming out with a Devoured Field, Registeel with Metal Frying Pan just makes it extra hard for them to KO it, which is great news because it effectively has 160 HP rather than 130. You could go the extra mile and play the other Registeel with it, just like an extra tech, the one that takes 20 less damage from attacks, because that would be a great Zoroark counter. With Metal Frying Pan as well, it takes 50 less damage from attacks, so, there's some potential there. So we're just out here dead drawing, I'm afraid. I'm actually going to discard this Metal Frying Pan and just get another. Yeah, we only have 2 Registeel. Wow. We're going to thin a bit and just get a. No, we're going to get a Delmise because we are weak to grass. So I really should have considered putting that down, considering the deck we're playing here. And they actually have Choice Helmet, which is super interesting for a Decidueye deck. That is. That's pretty neat because it's the only way you can protect your Decidueyes even more for it being stage 2. Because obviously you can't use dumbbells. I hit my mic. Sorry. You can't use dumbbells, obviously, into Decidueye. So that effectively gives it, was it 30 less damage? It effectively has 270 HP from GX Pokemon, which is really cool. So I like that. But this person's pretty much going to draw out of his troublesome situation. And the unfortunate thing about this is I believe we don't take 30 less damage from abilities. Yeah, so they can bypass this Metal Frying Pan here with Feather Arrow, which is a bit rough and a bit irritating. Also, it's kind of annoying is we haven't even got like an Acroback or something just to get energy in a discard pile. No, we're just dead drawing like hell here. But Shrine is doing its thing. If this Shrine gets knocked down, we can just throw another one up, which is pretty cool. And as I said, I'm glad I got rid of the Life Forest and that they placed it out so soon, rather than them countering our Shrine with Life Forest and healing up our Shrine damage. So that's kind of good. However, we should be aware that they are playing Gardenia, and they are kind of playing their deck backwards. I can see what they're looking to do. They're playing a ton of Hala, which, by the way, I will probably get this deck built in the future because I like this. Leafeon Decidueye and actually playing Hala, because it's shuffle, draw 7, and that's like a huge advantage in the current game. So now I know attaching to this Registeel is really going to cause issues when it comes to their damage output, because they're now doing 80. But you can see that 1 energy, 60 damage, especially in a Shrine deck, and having this much tankiness. I mean, that's something pretty cool. That's something pretty decent. You know, if you think about the likes of the Buzzwole deck, which I know is not too great to this now, obviously, but the Buzzwole Shrine deck did so well because it could hit some decent numbers and also tank a few hits at the same time. So we're still sitting here with nothing. And this is like very bad because we are just not getting anything. So maybe an Oranguru could help. Maybe just one. I guess I'm being a bit greedy. But it really helps with the numbers, just having that one extra. You know, going from 60 to 70 could really be a big deal. Because the choice band, that's 200 damage. 200 damage with weakness, sorry. But it's 100 damage overall. On just a single turbo arm, which is also pretty cool. But hopefully we get a way out of this. And we kind of don't, which is super rough. We're just going to get another turbo arm here. We get a KO at least. And we do get to accelerating energy, I believe, from our discard pile. We'll just throw one on the Delmise. Now, one thing you really should take a note of here, and I'm definitely taking note of, is you read the card. It says attach a basic energy. It doesn't say a basic metal energy. So, if you played Registeel with Rainbow Energy, there could be, I don't know, like fun little combos we could do. So, I'm going to definitely experiment with that and see if we could go for Registeel Rainbow Energy Acceleration or, you know, something down that line just to see what we can do. It's kind of pointless playing the Steel, Lightning, Psychic Unit Energy because obviously Psychic's got Malamar, and if you really want to go Lightning, then you're better off just going for Raikou, obviously, unless you get Registeel for the sake of, actually that's a good point, unless you get Registeel for the sake of weakness damage. That's something to consider. So they're going to Holo Hunt here. What are they recovering? Are they going to recover a Hala? 2 Halas, I'm guessing. No. See, that was a misplayed because their Hala is Shuffle Draw 7 after using their GX attack. So they've just misplayed there a little bit, I'm afraid. But we're just going to keep on grinding here and come with these turbos on. But they are taking prizes a little too comfortably, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how comfortably they're taking prizes. But yeah, look, we're starting to rake up the damage now. We've got our targets here. And they set out, oh, God, Dina, God damn it. That's a bit of a shame. Is it that has a heal 80 from... Yeah, okay. Grass energy. Now, I think in this deck that is overkill because you have Leafeon. And if your goal is to get Leafeon out first, you have Breath of the Leaves, which heals 50 damage for any Pokemon as a grass energy. So it's like, you know, when in what world are you going to be taking 130 damage and having the opportunity to heal it in the same turn? Sometimes it's a bit too hard of a combo to hit whilst having Gardena and Leafeon out and in the active. It's like that's too much to really go for. Hopefully we get like a choice band or you know, something. You know, we need a draw support more than anything. We just thank God we've been sitting here. Can I have a rescue stretcher, please? We don't, but we have acrobatics, so there's a potential to hit a rescue stretch, which again we do. Oh no, what's our discard pile looking like? Okay, so I mean, yeah, we'll take the shrine, I guess. I mean, no, we won't. We'll take the energy because the shrine's already just sitting there in the active. I mean, we do actually get the opportunity to use our choice band here, which is pretty cool. Might as well get them both out for the sake of thinning. We can attach one as well here. Let's do that. I'm going to turbo one, but we'll just accelerate to the Delmise on the bench. Maybe it would be smart to play the unit energy because that would actually allow our Delmise to attack. Maybe that's a good idea, but I'm so like skeptical of using that in a deck that only accelerates basic energy because of what if we get, let's say, a Registeel KO'd and it's only a unit energy in the discard pile. It's a bit awkward. It can't accelerate that. So, bit of a rough one. Now, they are actually getting the one-hit KO here, which is such a shame. And we just need to get a rescue stretch. We might have to go another turn when we lose another Pokemon. And that's just, like, really bad. But I'm sure there is a way out of this, as long as they don't go for some crazy max potion play, which they probably won't on this Decidueye, considering they've committed so much to it. I highly doubt they would go for that play, but they are getting the KO. So maybe discarding that middle frying pan was a bit too much and a bit too greedy again. So maybe I'm being a bit too greedy altogether, which seems to be the case. But as I said, if this game does end quickly, we'll of course get into another one. But yeah, as I said, I'm being a bit greedy in that sense by not playing a Oranguru and stuff like that and playing more choice bands over metal frying pans. Because I did have a list where it was just metal frying pans. And it was just, It was good. I mean, it worked, but it just like I want to hit some damage. Okay, at least we get the retreat here. If we just get a rescue stretcher, that's like all we need. That's really all we need right now. Okay, so we got Guzma, and that's just bad. I mean, we're just going to Cynthia. We could try and trap them, but they've got Feather Arrow and stuff, so they're still going to be poking damage regardless. Oh, yes, rescue stretcher. Now, we could... This is a bit risky. What are the odds of them hitting 130 next turn? Very low, actually. So, I could rescue stretchers for the one Registeel and, like, hope that we pull another Registeel off the prize. That's super risky. But we are, like, in a very bad spot. So, we're going to do it. We're going to risk it, like, really bad right now. We could go for a Guzma play next turn as well. Well, no, thinking about it, no, we can't go for a Guzma play next turn. I'm going to save that choice band. We don't need it just yet. So, let's be fair. Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm doing right. Okay, yeah. All right. So we do have a potential Guzma play next turn, which I said we don't, but we actually do because now this Turbo Arm's allowing it to retreat to this Delmise. So give me another one. Another one. Yeah, good stuff. That's what I wanted to see. We haven't even used Iron Hand yet, and we're still like able to keep up with the Decidueye, although this Decidueye deck is setting up pretty poorly, in a sense where it's not actually doing what it wants to do. And it definitely doesn't have the energy to keep up, which will be a problem with this deck if I'm going to be picky, which means you might have to play the likes of EXP share on your EVs just for the sake of it, but then you don't really get to utilize evolution very well then. It's all a bit rough. It's all a bit rough. So they do get another one of those, and we can again attach our choice band here and hit. What number can we hit with the choice bands? Within 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 damage. Which will actually KO this Lele. So we actually get a one-hit KO on Tapu Lele if things go to... Ah, they got the leap. Damn it. We just need a choice band. We just need a choice band of this. So he draws 3. Give me 6. Yeah. Oh, that... You must quit. Like, that's got to be a quit, right? You're kidding me. And we actually do have a route to get the KO on this Lele here, but it's a real risky one because we have to bench the Regirock, which means we're taking up our bench space. Or we just go for... We need to see what we top deck here. Oh, wait, no. The Kukui's enough. I forgot about the Shrine coming into this turn. I think the Kukui is actually enough. And they're just not counter-stadioing me. But I'm going to be safe and only get rid of this Regirock and a Shrine. Keep a Shrine in hand just to be safe because you don't know. And plus, we have tons. We still have 2 sitting there. And we will attach an energy here. And I believe what we're doing the right amount of damage right now. So it's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90... Yeah, plus Shrine. We are. We're doing the right amount of damage, which is fantastic. And we could Acro Bike. I guess we could just for the sake of thinning now. We still have a ton of cards. Oh, that's such a tough decision. But I think we're going to go for the choice band because we just need to hit numbers now. And we don't even need to attach choice band this time. Do you know what? My heart stopped. My heart stopped, but I completely forgot that the Shrine is going to do the killing. Oh my God. Well, Gary, I'm not going to lie. I'm quite impressed. I'm quite impressed with this deck. I think it's fun. I think it's potentially viable if it's done right. Yeah, I dig. And I'm a bit more... I know, as I said, I'm being a bit more ballsy by not playing any sort of, bench draw support, in the likes of Ranguras of Striker. But you're playing Acrobikes. You're playing a ton of supporters. I think we're okay with draw in this deck. All right, so they're going to get their Leafeon out, and we just need a Guzma. I don't think it's game if we get a Guzma, but we could just go for one more Turbo Arm and just kind of bait the KO on this active. Oh, wait, no, they got the KO already, which is super bad. So what I'm going to do is promote the Delmise. I'm fine with that because if we really want the extra 10 damage, we still have some Regirocks in the deck, which, again, we don't want due to weakness, but I think we're fine still. And we could really maximize our damage output. If we pull, as I said, a Guzma, we could get some hit, get a big hit, especially if we pull an energy, but I don't think we're going to get the same thing at the same time. Okay, so that's good news. What damage are we hitting now then? We're going to be hitting 90 plus choice band. That's 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. We're just whiffing on a lot of stuff here, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do now is I'd need to think, because this Registeel is going to go down if I just attack the Leafeon. We just have to sit and wait like a sitting duck for a Guzma, and that's what we're going to do. Again, I know I could play the switch. I know I could, but attacking into this Leafeon is just dangerous because of these good old Decidueyes here hitting 60 damage, allowing them to hit 170. So I do not want to walk into that and hope to God, I really hope to God that they don't have. We have is it 3 or 4 Guzmas in there? Please, like, what are the odds of us not hitting a Guzma? Okay, we hit it. So now we just wait. Next turn, we have game because we're hitting enough damage to KO this, I believe. Well, we're hitting again, so that's 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. Yeah, we're hitting 170 damage with a Registeel. Just because, why not? So they can KO this Dhelmise. That is fine. I think we got game there because of that Hala. But I tell you what, I am interested in Leafeon Decidueye after seeing a Hala being implemented into it. I think that's pretty nifty. I think that's pretty cool. So, you know, hats off to them there. Did they only heal 20 damage? That doesn't make sense. Huh. Anyway, yeah, we got the Guzma in hand. There's no hand disruption as we can see so far, unless they drop some crazy Marshadow, which I highly doubt. But we do have game primarily thanks to the Shrine, obviously allowing us to hit these big numbers here. But we are going to hit a fat 170, I believe, and they are just not doing it. They got real close, but I think they got the Leafeon too late. Their energy attachment's a bit awkward. It's all just a bit tough. I mean, let's go in. You know what I say, right? If you're gonna go, you gotta go with a bang. Let's get another Regirock into play, because, like, why not? Let's get another one, and let's just hit, what is it, 180 now? 180 damage. 180 damage with a Registeel. This is legitness. And there we go. Well played. You have a good deck. And then I'm going to attack, and hopefully don't quit. Good stuff. 170. Oh, I can't do maths. But with that said, what a nifty little deck. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That is pretty damn neat. And I thought we lost. I genuinely thought that was game over. As I said, I would have gone into another game. But I believe, what, about 17 minutes in, I think that is a good enough time for you guys to watch and it not be too long. So with that said, let me show you the deck list itself. This is one I kind of just threw it together, tried a few games, and then just, you know, mucked around, and then kind of just ended up with this. So this is the full list here. I'm kind of comfortable with 9 energy. It's quite easy to find them. Sometimes it's a bit off, though. I'm not too sure. Free switch might be too much, but look how heavy all these guys are. Maybe we could drop to 2, considering Dhelmise can retreat and stuff. And as I said, you have the option to add that unit energy to be able to attack with Dhelmise if you do get into an awkward situation. One thing I did do, which I did actually take out, and I'm considering putting back in, was just throwing in another Steel-type Pokemon that you could go for anything. Like, you can go for the Dialga, you can go for the Cobalion, which I kind of like because it does 120 damage for having a tool card attached, which is great. So there's loads of ways around playing this deck, but I think just going straight down the line of Registeel kind of works. But with that said, again, thanks very much, Gary Style, for your recommendation. Absolutely love this deck. As I said, the list of the paste bin link of this will be in the description down below. But if you want to, you can, of course, check out my Discord server. Again, the link of that will be in the description down below as well, which will have this in there on top of that. But with all that said, do leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course, subscribe for more. But other than that, I do hope you have a fantastic day, whether it be night or whatever, and take care. Peace.